Hey guys, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez coming at you with a stock video, conviction video. If anyone were to ask me, especially if they don't have any type of knowledge about stocks or investing, what's the best thing to do? My honest advice to them would just be like, all right, the safest, most way to diversify is honestly just buying the VOO or the SPY, just ETFs that invest in the S&P 500, and you will make small modest returns on that over the course of time. That's what happens. You could take a look at them over the next X amount of years, or the last 100 years, 50 years, whatever it is. That's just what happens. um, if they have a little bit more expendable income, and it also depends how much you want to dive into it. Depends on how much you want to go into a company and know them intimately. And like for me, my friend Dan has told me about so many different types of companies like PagerDuty, Work, Livongo, Shopify, and I haven't been able to go into any of them because even though I hear about them all the time, I know that they're great companies, especially Shopify. And his conviction says he thinks Shopify is going to be a 10x company, which very well might be. But I don't know those companies. Like when I go into a company, I go into the CEO, I go into the products, I go into how people feel about them. I go into message boards, and I go every person that has like, how do you like it? Like I go hardcore on the data and why people leave, why they don't like it, and it takes me a couple of weeks of actual, or maybe like it's another job when I go into a company of reading every single article that they come out with, listening to interviews from the CEO, just earnings reports, going over financials. It takes me another job to go into them. That's why I was okay with, and again, I only have like six companies. I'm okay with going into, Vaxart, which is probably my least favorite company out of the ones that I'm going into. Um, but again, it's all long term. So the one that's least, I'm actually losing money on it right now. But again, if I had more money, I'd put more into it. I did that with Vaxart. I did that with Lemonade. I did that with Fastly. That's why I chose, okay, what is different about this insurance company, Lemonade, over every others? They're innovative. They have AI. They're thinking for the future. Why do I do it Fastly over, Net, which is Cloudflare? Is because the cloud edge computing, and they have the better clients. They have Amazon. They have Shopify. That very, 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 very good with innovative and getting more people. Why did I choose Square over PayPal when PayPal has every single transaction that you can do online? PayPal is an option, but they, Venmo, the user base, the people that use it, and as of tomorrow, the as of tomorrow, you are not freaking kids, man. Steve Madden is not a freaking. Back in my day, Steve Madden was a football announcer. Anyway, I digress. Um, there is a reason why Square over PayPal. I'm getting back into it. More people use Square's Cash App than PayPal's Venmo. And that wasn't always the case. For a while, PayPal was the only kid on the block. They had Venmo, and they had online payments, and everywhere that was it. And then solely Square, Jack Dorsey, fucking genius that he is, running Twitter and Square, is like, we can be able to find ways to do this. And he made the app better. He made it easier. Not even just person to person, but from person in America to person in Europe. The fees are much less with Cash App than they are in PayPal. And they are in Venmo. Venmo, I don't even think you can go from. But yeah, it's much cheaper. It's much easier to do. They'll give you a bank and a routing number. And my friend Paul just doesn't understand that that's where the money is. The money is where the attention is at. And the attention right now is people using the Cash App to buy Bitcoin, to buy fractional shares. And as of tomorrow, every single up until today, every single transaction you would do with Pokemon cards or any type of collectible was covered by PayPal's goods and services fees. Like that's what it would cover, saying like, okay, you're insured. It's not going to do that anymore. They're not going to have that. Like, there's almost no place where you're going to be able to buy and sell Pokemon cards and have that protection. eBay you can, because eBay has it through them, but you can't do it through PayPal anymore. If I want to do something on Instagram with someone, PayPal person to person, I can't do it with PayPal and have that protection. You have to go to eBay. And that's, again, the Pokemon market, let's say, an extra $100 to $1 billion are spent, in Pokemon cards, just in the secondary market. That's not including the actual billions of dollars that people buy on new Pokemon cards and merchandise and books and TV and all that. This is just the secondary market. And again, PayPal is also not going to be a part of eBay anymore by next year. So as PayPal is kind of losing ground in certain areas, again, they're a great company. There's definitely going to be room for both. But Square is just ramping it up with every single thing, and people love it. People love Jack Dorsey. He's young and I feel that way about why Illumina over. Illumina's got a 70% market share in that field. It's insane. So Vanity Square, yeah. The last release, Tesla. Why Tesla? Because Elon Musk, even Ron Barron, says that he always executes and delivers on everything that he says, sometimes in not the best timeline. He says something will happen in 2017, we'll do it in 2019. Something will happen in 2020, do it in 2022. It's just, sometimes he delivers on time. Sometimes he delivers ahead of time, but he always delivers. Where he had okay, here's the master plan part 1, and here's the master plan part 2. We're in the middle of part 2 right now, which is, now that solar is profitable, it is Tesla solar is the cheapest out there. Anywhere you go. That's just what it is, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get cheaper. And what are they doing as their technology improves? Elon Musk could be not even short-sighted. He could just be like, hey, you know what? We've done our due diligence for the last 10 years. Now it's time to take some profit. We get our margins from 15 to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40%. And they could do that and still have the best product and the best price on the market. But what do they do instead? They lower their prices so that they still make profit, but more people can afford it, because their mission, their goal in life is to help transition and accelerate the world into sustainable energy. They could be making so much more profit than they already do, but instead they lower their price point, take less profit so that more people can enjoy the product. That is fucking insane. He's on the right side of history, and we're still in the beginning stages. It doesn't matter that they're the most valuable car company. It doesn't matter that they're worth $300 billion. We're still in the beginning stages. There's only really 2 main factories that they have. They have the one in Nevada and the one in New York that helps make, batteries and stuff, but they only have Fremont and Giga Shanghai. That's it right now. There's only 2. If you cut off one, you cut off half. In the next couple of years, and again, guys, for anyone that's younger than me, I'm still in my 20s, but for anyone thinking about investing, like, oh yeah, but 10 years, like, it's a lot of money, and we have to wait 10 years for the growth. Yeah, but dude, 10 years is nothing. Older people will tell you in their 30s and 40s and 50s how young they freaking feel. And time goes very, very quickly. In the next couple of years, not only are we getting Giga Berlin, that's going to finish next year, but quite also possibly, Terafactory Austin, which will hopefully get completed next year as well. So by the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, they're going to double their capacity. They're going to, instead of doing 750,000 cars a year, they're going to be doing almost 2 million. Probably more by that point, because factories become more efficient. They'll be able to do a lot more. Factories grow. It's not that they're just have this factory and that's it. No, they continue to grow. They continue to innovate. Like, if you're a doctor doing surgeries, like, you don't just do the same thing every time. You look for ways to make it quicker so that the patient is under the knife for a lot less time. You make it so that, this would actually help so that I don't, the recovery will be faster. It won't be as painful. That's what you're doing. If you're not at the drawing board, and if you're not looking to innovate and make things better, people are going to pass you by. In sports, if you're fighting in that pennant race, it is a lot easier to fall out of first place than it is to get into first place. It's just so much competition. And Tesla's years ahead. Why am I okay with putting every single cent I have into Tesla? 44 shares, tens of thousands of dollars into that car to be my main position, and going against my own advice how to give to other people to not diversify, because I believe in the mission, I believe in the CEO, I believe in the thesis. They always deliver. Why am I doing that? Where I'm literally spending a couple of dollars a day on eating, or I just because, well, also because I do have I have two businesses, and if God forbid the worst should happen, something happens to Elon Musk, terrorist attacks, World War III, whatever, those shops are blown up. One, we have bigger problems than me losing, $40,000. But it's not likely to happen. But I also have two other businesses that I'm, and a lot of what I a lot of what I make now really just goes into. Yes, every single Pokemon card that I sell goes into other Pokemon cards, and what I do is it kills me to sell certain cards, because let's say I buy it really undervalued at $100, and goes up a little bit, and I sell it for $200. That kills me because I know it's going to $500. I know that there's a Hitmonlee I got like a year ago, or a year and a half ago. I got for $100, first edition PSA 10. It's rare cards, really cool. One of the first sets that came out, and it killed me that I had to sell it for $500 because I know it's going to $1,000. But I had to do that because it just goes into the fire. If your business owners are looking to, if you don't have the bankroll to do what you really want, you have to hustle, and that's it. And again, just conviction and determination. That's what you look for in business owners and CEOs that you want to invest in. And that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm all in on Tesla. That's why I have 44 shares. That's why, even though I should get Livongo, I should get Shopify, I should get Net, but I don't see anyone growing as quickly or to the amount that Tesla is going to take over the world. Not just the auto industry, which they pretty much already have, like cats on the internet, do it without even trying, although they tried really hard. That you have energy, you have battery technology, they're going to license it out, they have insurance, they have software. My fucking God. It's not financial advice, this is just what I'm doing. I said at the end of the video after just 12 minutes of preach. I love you guys. That's it for today. Have a good one.